Hello there.
Hello, hello. Oh, there's the beautiful voice. What's up?
You're speaking about your own voice, right?
No. Nice to hear you, man. What's up? Had a good stream?
Pleasure to be here.
Dude, the pleasure is all mine. Getting to learn jungle from the goat himself.
Well, from what I've seen, you're doing pretty alright already. I mean, Diamond 2 is fairly close to the Master Goal, I would argue.
Yeah. The other day when you were like, I'll send me the OPGG, and that was just after like my biggest lose streak. It was like 5-6 losses or something. Dude, I didn't want to send it. But yeah.
I guess those are part of solo queue no matter what role you're playing. It's just
yeah.
Sometimes.
Also, how often do you get flamed in this role?
Well, I would say probably every second or third game on average.
Yeah.
It also depends on what champion you're playing, though.
That's so crazy, yeah.
Big impact.
Yeah, that was my theory, because I felt like I was doing certain things right. I was doing like correct gameplay, but then like 50% of the time, somebody just gets instantly riled up, and it's like, they know everything how you're supposed to play, you know?
Yeah. Well,
it's so wild.
I think jungle in a lot of ways could be compared to being a dad or a babysitter, where you have all these little toddlers that are just going crazy and yelling and screaming and pulling your hair, but no matter what you do, you can't really keep them happy and satisfied, you know?
Yeah, I agree. Quick question: how do you feel about Vel'Koz jungle?
I was looking at your history like a few minutes ago, and I was, the Vel'Koz jungle definitely caught my attention. To be completely honest, I think we may have to do two coachings. One is you playing jungle, and the other is you teaching me how to make Vel'Koz jungle work. Because that sounds really fun.
I'm down. Yeah. Because I feel like it's not even that bad. I think you can get master on it if you just played it from zero. The biggest problem with it is to get in a game because people dodge you. I just don't feel like he's that weak.
How's the jungle clear?
The first one, until Faded Ashes, it's rough. But you can do it even without leash. Like the 19-2 game I had, you saw in my match history, that is without leash. I started blue solo. It's a little bit slower. Vi invaded me, we deflected the invade, and I pulled ahead, and CS got Faded Ashes, and from then on, it's just, I'm better than her. Ah, we got mid lane, really? Wait, can I jungle, please?
I just played 3 games and I got filled with 3 times in a row. Like, I think I'm just cursed today.
I played mid lane like twice on this account. Out of like 200 games. Now it happens.
If you queue jungle primary, mid secondary, you should almost always get jungle. It's so rare that you get filled. Oh
my god, it says no. What's the procedure? Are we gonna dodge? Are you a pro dodger? I'm a staunch anti-dodger. Wait.
All right, so you're like, you're known for not dodging. No, we can avoid dodging. It's fine. We can play, but there's a limit to what I can offer as a mid lane coach. I'll be honest.
I'm trying to beg if he doesn't let me.
But why?
I don't even know who's typing. It's just a bunch of hashtags in the chat. The game is so broken. Please, dude. I'm pulling all the stops. I don't want to dodge. I hate to do this, but we're trying to get the stream leverage. Come on, let me jungle.
Well, if you play mid, is it Vel'Koz time or what?
I mean, I would play Vel'Koz mid. I think I would dodge if they don't let me, though. I don't want to waste your time with mid. Vel'Koz makes this trivial. I don't want to play Vel'Koz. Come on! Please! Please let me go.
He's thinking about it.
Thank you. Yo, it worked.
You made it. You fought so hard.
Did it.
It worked out at the end.
Okay, what do we want? Crazy. Let's go Mundo, maybe.
All right.
Let's go with that. A little bit simple. Cool. we managed to do it. I don't know. Like, I don't know how I've done in this jungle. Like, am I just like beating? Like, I don't know if I learn jungle per se slightly, or am I just beating people based on like pre-existing game knowledge on other champs and other roles in high elo. Like, that's kind of the weird thing. I can't differentiate.
I guess we're about to find out. Can you open the runes again?
I'm really curious. Like, what am I? Like, am I fucking up
think-
some major principles, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe haste better?
Well, no, I was
Oh
wondering
no, this one.
if approach philosophy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Approach
yeah.
philosophy for sure. And then I'm not sure if it's worth going adaptive force. I would probably go double scaling health.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I literally forgot
the
what
attacks-
runes I'm doing.
And then alacrity is definitely good. Yeah, this looks good to me.
Okay. I think those are from UGG, like carbon copy. I just forgot what they were.
It could be. No, I mean, I think like generally there's a lot of value in like being good at other roles and stuff, because you know, just the base understanding of how the game works you have
Oh shit.
from playing other roles can really transfer to jungle a lot. You
Yeah,
also
exactly.
play a
That's
lot
what
of
I'm worried. I'm worried if
both.
I'm cheating the game, or am I actually
Well, I
learning the
don't really
jungle?
know if-
You know?
I don't really know if that's cheating. I mean, I've done Phil before, where I had to play all other roles than jungle, and
Mhm.
usually I would struggle laning against good players, because you know I know how matchups should play out, but I make little missteps that would make my life difficult.
Uh-huh.
But then once you get to mid game, you still know what macro decisions to make.
Yeah,
and
where
all that.
people are gonna be, and like you can track the jungle, you can read their intentions and stuff like that.
And I do think right now generally it's a good time for anyone to learn jungle, because it's more
Oh, for sure.
like macro centric and farm heavy than it used to be.
I always thought it
So-
should be embedded within the tutorial. A jungle game like had to be
True.
played in tutorial. That's kind of because I feel like,
No,
especially
I would
now,
agree with that.
the game is so dynamic with the grubs.
Yeah. I agree. It's a pretty tricky role to pick up. Well, what are you thinking for your pathing? What's your thoughts here going into the game?
Okay, so I don't think Bot's just gonna play pressure. I think I just deny grubs here, maybe. He might path top. I try to path top within 2v2. Should be fine. And then maybe cover mid a little bit, because it's gonna be annoying for him.
Yeah, I think. Ooh. Classic level 1 shenanigans.
Yeah. I feel like I don't know if this is because I'm streaming, because I always stream without delay and like no cover, nothing. I get invaded 50% of my games.
No, so streaming jungle with no delay is almost like.
I don't know if that's like because of that, like am I coping, or is that just how people play at the CLO? Like
No,
they know exactly where I start, and I feel like I can just go in and take my side without repercussions.
Yeah, having no delay as jungle stream was rough.
I always have to like
Now you
ward one
kinda have to
side.
start in- I
Yeah,
would start your red here.
yeah, it's too late.
Easy, you know.
But on the bright side, I kind of
You
learn
should
how
stay
to
in the
play.
bush here. Like in theory, their top laner could be next to you right now, and you wouldn't know because they went missing.
I think he like showed earlier fighting the guy.
Yeah, but then he went missing. I mean, it's low chance, but you never know.
Yeah, I guess playing the probabilities makes sense. Yeah. Damn. So satisfying when you get them all.
Yeah. The clear obviously is not as smooth now, starting red side with Wunder. Blue is a little easier, but not the underworld.
Yeah. On top is bloody.
You're taking a lot of free damage from not kiting much. That's something to keep in mind. It's not gonna matter if you don't get invaded, but if Warwick appears right now, you being half HP could be pretty rough.
I should let the passive do more work, like
Yeah, I
bigger
mean,
spacing
often
like this, right?
It's difficult on like wolves and raptors, but let's say now on
Do you
Gromp
do
and
this,
blue,
by the way? Like, do you do Gromp before or blue? Or is it like very dependent?
you should always do Gromp first.
Mm-hmm.
But like here, instead of sitting in its range immediately, you hit once or twice, you walk back to the late also a little bit, and then you can hit it again. Kind of like you did here. So you don't take as many autos. And then the reason you usually want to do the buffs at the end is that not only do you keep them up longer, but on your second clear,
Yeah,
when
you see
cool them
you see
down,
the second
they're gonna
clear.
spawn one after the other, so it's more efficient.
Yeah, it's smooth as hell.
But yeah, if you have kited a little bit more, you would have been full HP right now. Like
Mhm,
that,
mhm.
that's the big of a difference. It makes like 200-300 health at least.
Does it like does it make a different speed by? Like, am I sacrificing speed by kiting deeper?
Now you want to recall. These guys are not gangable.
There's flash. Yeah, definitely not gankable. I'll just cover here. So, okay, good gank. We did it. I just want, like, my logic was just to say because I know Warwick's butt side. I just wanted him. Just wanted to cover. I don't know how smart that is, but I have PTSD.
Well, I think usually if he doesn't show on Scuttle, chances are that he's not going to contest anyways. And even if he does, you gotta be kind of selfish as a jungler in some ways.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
Broxah sucks for you. You wasted like 20 to 25 seconds just.
I
doing
relearn
nothing.
that every day.
So it's like. It's the same now. You can't help top, so you just full click it. Like as a rule of thumb, when you look at a lane, I usually say if there's 80% chance of getting a kill, you go, and if not, just do your own thing. And in that case, that's just recalling.
Okay, okay, makes sense.
Because let's say if Warwick actually goes bot and doesn't get anything, and you recall early,
Yeah, it's huge. We got tempo,
top scuttle, and then you can full clear sooner, and you have tempo, and then you're ahead the rest of the game, right? It snowballs pretty quickly.
The bot's not gonna fight anymore. I feel like we just do dragon on this, yeah? And the timer might be fine if we can cover the top side.
Well, especially now with winning bot lane, you're prior for Drake, so it should be pretty easy. They might even be able to push out this next bot wave and join you, and then there's nothing enemy can do. And if Warwick keeps popping top to bot, which we expect him to do...
Yeah, he has to do it, and he's gonna be... Yeah. He's gonna be slower than me because of top. Yeah, invading on the...
36 CS, that means he still needs Raptors
two
and
more.
Crocs. So you should have plenty of time. And if he comes, he can't do anything because your bot lane is prior.
He's trying to check, I think. Yep.
Your goal should just be to take this fast and then recall for grubs.
Okay, he's dead.
Or kill him, I guess, if he's this crazy.
Yeah, people do this all the time, I feel like. Take this guy instead. Got a recall.
Yeah, I think generally jungling, especially, you know, up until like Master, Grandmaster, it's just all about limiting your mistakes as much as possible. Because if you farm your camps efficiently, if you don't waste time looking for ganks when you shouldn't, the enemy jungler will make silly mistakes like that. Like you can just wait for them to int, pretty much.
Yeah, it's just like checking. It's just like a knowledge checks or like noob checks. Because I made so many of those mistakes, and I like over time I kind of learned that discipline is just number one here.
Yeah, definitely.
Warwick's not here. Can't make it in time.
It's coming now. You have to walk up top side.
And they have no CC, I think. It should be fine.
Let's go farm your camps.
Yeah. Kind of committed there, unfortunately, but such is life.
Yeah, one thing I noticed is that you're not looking as much as you should at your laner states. Go for that. Like in this particular case, your Yone was sitting mid with like 10% health. And
yeah, he was useless
in the
there.
minimap that Cashew was pushing and then moving. So we need to recognize that the play is to just get.
Okay, this guy just needs to get away. Flash, Cassia here, my bad. My bad, I kind of gambled that he's not gonna go there, but he's just staying forever. Good play by him.
Yeah, that was actually that was kind of random. I
thought it was like a one invade. Like, why would he do a second one? Just give up grub like plates and CS, and he flashed. But again, nothing is surprising.
Yeah, I think when it comes to keeping track of laners, you can use your F buttons a lot, or you can just keep track a lot on the minimap? Like, what do you usually do when you lane to see what everybody's doing?
Yeah, I usually... A lot of times I will cheat by just looking at the minimap and HP bars and their positionings.
So
I don't tend to use F keys that much.
I don't think that's a big problem either. I mean, sometimes looking at their wave states can be pretty good, so you know if a wave is like pushing
Yeah, if I
out or
really
slow
want to
pushing,
know
so you can
something
plan
like
it out.
HP of this guy, like I'm gonna click on it. But usually I'll tell when he shows up.
Yeah, because the main thing you gotta know is just where the waves are going and you know whether you're prior or not.
Okay, it's a good kill. We can invade bot side here, no?
Yeah, you can. And we made death, big bot prior, and you should still be stronger than Warwick, I imagine. Actually, it's probably close, you got some kills, but you can invade. As long as you have a good team as prior, you can almost always do whatever you want.
Yeah, I kind of hate that like team-dependent aspect of jungle. A lot of times you will prepare like the first 3 grubs and the 6 grubs when you have a split push comp and it's just so easy to get them and they just all recall before them or not even think about them, you know?
Yeah, the role is a lot more team dependent than a lot of
Like-
others think.
I feel like you
Because-
have to be super fluid in those cases, like dynamic shot calling. You don't have like a preset plan like we play for Grubs Vincon. Because if your team doesn't want it, like Grubs are out. They're out of the question. I'm gonna try to muscle this guy. Because my team is coming eventually. I don't wanna
They're
contest.
pushing out both mid and bot, so he can't contest you.
Yeah, well, he's not gonna engage without ult. I think we
Keeping an eye
recall
on
here.
Drops and Draco up.
We got item spike, we should be able to force Grubs, no?
Yeah, sounds good to me. Just out of curiosity, why Grubs and not Drake here?
I feel like we got the better split pushers eventually. And we have, I guess, plenty of tower access with Caitlyn. I don't know, I think the value is pretty good.
I would say the main reason Grubs is the better call here is that if you go topside right now, you expect to get both objectives, because we know Warwick was basing and moving topside. There's support also based and should also be here. So you know if you match him, you should win the fight, and then you get Grubs and you can get Drake later.
Okay. Could be winning. We gotta kill this guy. Revenge.
I think walking out of base here is one of those moments where you gotta think a lot about what the enemy jungler is doing and then decide if you want to match them or not. And in this case, matching him is always good because then you should be able to get everything.
Yeah. Yeah, like there's like confrontation or avoidance, I guess. 2 strategies. Depending on our strengths. Do I just cross map dragon now immediately? Or I go
No, do
full
your
clear?
Crocs first. You have to full clear.
I feel like I'm losing a lot of efficiency if I go dragon, but I don't want him to
Even
get
if he
it.
does Drake right now, we just let him and we full clear.
Mm-hmm.
Because your camps have already been up for a long time.
Yeah, I feel like they're
Clear a
withering
lot,
away.
You're gonna be unable to carry in mid game because the laners will be way too high level.
Yeah, this is one of those things that I kind of struggle with. This decision right here is like my jungle sense is burning that I'm wasting efficiency, but on the other hand, I kind of want to get every objective. I'm kind of paranoid about giving objectives. I always want to get all of them. Like 6 grubs, 2 dragons at the start.
Yeah. Well, usually as a rule of thumb, when you walk out of base, you want to clear at least one side of the jungle, if not both, before you make a play. And here you walked out, instantly got grubs and fought, and you haven't had time to farm yet, so now you don't really have much of a choice. Plus, you have a good CS lead in Warwick right now. You have like 25,
Yeah.
which wouldn't be the case if you don't keep farming efficiently. Like, getting drakes and grubs can be good, but it depends on what you sacrifice for it too.
Losing Ocean and Mundo, so sad.
Yeah, I would probably threaten bot. His enemy bot is in a bad condition and...
Yeah, and their tower is
That's
paper. I'm here. Okay,
Now
we
you
can
base.
finish tower, no? Okay.
They don't need you anymore. You just base.
You're right.
You've done
Yeah,
your
they're
job.
super ahead.
Leave them.
You're right, you're such a wise one, Broxah.
It's one of those moments where it feels good to stay and help
Yeah,
them and
yeah,
protect
yeah.
them.
It's
but
just so unnecessary.
we need to look out for ourselves too, because you don't know if in 2 minutes from now those guys get double kill 2v2 and start, running it down. So you need to make sure that you stay strong, that you can carry. And now with red coming up, Herald is spawned, your entire jungle is spawning again, so you have plenty to do.
So we can't go Herald, I gotta wait for my jungle here. My laners are kinda out of commission.
Yeah, you need to press tab more so you know if there are TPs and stuff. So Cassandra TP, I can see Yone as TP, so you can contest now. Because if they fight, you're gonna have prio once Caitlyn's there.
Just slow. Okay, that's not slow. That is not slow.
They can't fight you, you outnumber them anyways.
I'm just waiting for his thing to expire so I don't waste my combo. Trying to look for execute on Warwick.
Yeah, I get that.
I like Mundo for this very reason, where you can kind of fake going in and you go out and you go in, and it's just as long as you hold them at the edge, it's just so chill.
Enemy camps, anti-jungle is up, go to that top side.
Do we Herald mid? Kind of like Herald mid here.
Farm their camps.
Yeah. I think we make him burn.
When you can.
Oh, that is a throw. Ooh, nice. Fortunate.
Take the grump and leave. Might still look for you. Gotta be cautious.
Oh no. Got a defender. Okay, this is I should have picked that one up. I can't kill this guy.
So, just gonna run. Get back off, it's not the end of the world if they get it.
Yeah. Okay, my bad. I overstayed.
Yeah, I got a little too greedy. But that was a perfect example of those moments where the laners start throwing the game away and now we're no longer ahead.
Yeah, this is such a sequence where I felt like I wasn't in control of. I just wanted to do Herald, minor invade, and like slow contest,
Yeah,
but
there was a lot going on.
I wanted to play jungle and objective, they played to kill.
I think the right... Well, here we go bot side from base, because that's where
Yeah.
But I think here you were hesitating after you got Herald, so you need to think of the plan while you're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in this moment the plan should have been to take their top camps before Warwick comes back. So just finish Herald, instantly go to the Grump, go to Wolves, because then we would also be ready to protect Caitlyn and Tom. And then we don't have to rush the Herald play. Like, you could put it mid at any point and you get the tower anyways.
It just seemed like a good idea with their like base burning and everything, but it did its work. But if you just played a little bit slower, it's free.
It would be, but you can't ever expect your team to play slow because they're a bunch of maniacs, you know. So we have to be there covering them and taking the camps first, then making the other play later.
Okay. I can maybe get Thornmail here. We have heal reduction on this guy. I kind of need it.
Well, honestly, after your next item, you may need a bit of magic resist too. Cassio's getting quite fit.
Yeah, Spirit Visage. Hopefully.
What is your goal right now? What's the plan from here?
I guess we stack dragons. Dragons the best Vincon. Slower game until dragons. We got the first row of towers. It's very difficult to get anything more. Yeah.
Take your Crocs. Raptors are spawning soon as well, because they took both one after the other. Well, getting Drake is nice and all, but that's also going to be downtime now. The Drake is not up. Which of your laners is strongest? Who can you play around?
I just try to defend Caitlyn.
Yeah, I agree.
Fighting into
So,
Aatrox just makes him even stronger, and he's like the only guy carrying this game.
So the goal should be to help Caitlyn and Tom pushing on mid, control vision near mid, and then you can group with them to move to sides.
We can catch this guy maybe.
Yeah, that's
Oh, Caitlyn's not
nicely
seeing it.
spotted.
Okay. Might work, but we're outnumbered. Low. Recall. We kind of already started on ending. That's alright, we got heal reduction.
What's the plan right now coming out of base?
I don't have a good plan. I think we delay red buff, do crab and bot clear.
Yeah, sounds good. Then we get past minute 20, so red is shared
Is
with
ulted?
everybody.
Okay, this is nice. We'll be part of this. Nice. We can Baron.
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting so much money here. After Baron, probably
If your Caitlyn
recall,
doesn't die to this.
top the bot clear, yeah? And then we prep Dragon.
Yeah. The goal should be to get Drake and to get at least one more tier 2.
Up his paper. Oh, they're TPing. Aatrox is gonna wipe us here. I have to smite. Just have to
Just get
smite
Baron first
correctly.
and focus on the fight after.
Okay, that was lousy. I think he beats us. I don't want to fight him.
You can beat him. He's not that strong.
Okay, Tom Kench is the GOAT. Okay, Dragon. Caitlyn, don't die.
So the bot sounds good. Should be pretty easy for Caitlyn Cassandra to push out now with Baron, so we should have prior and control for Drake.
Also, I feel like I can achieve immortality eventually. If we get 3 mountains, I just get Jaksho. And
Yeah, then you'll be pretty unkillable for sure.
it'll be good.
How do you think you should play out team fights?
Just slow, patient, front to back. We have better tanks, we just have to kill their first target.
What does slow patient front to back mean?
I never
What
hard
is your
commit,
job?
just go in, like semi-engage, peel back, and
But
wait
what
for
are
weak.
you planning on like marking someone? Are you gonna appeal in front of Caitlyn?
Yeah, playing in front of Caitlyn. Like, she's our main damage dealer, just so no deep dives. I'm not gonna chase down Jhin or something like that. I'm just gonna soak him
Yeah.
up.
That's good.
Team fighting for no reason.
Seems to be working, luckily enough.
Yeah, I'm just so nervous when these fights happen every time. Because, like, I mean, even if it's winning, I don't think it's worth to even attempt. Because we win on Dragon no matter what, if they come to us.
Yeah, I agree with that. But, I mean, it's also one of those moments where, you know, 1.5 minutes ago you made the call that you want to play for Drake, and then the team can respect that if they want to. But at least you had the call in place, and that's also one of the most important parts of jungle, giving them direction so you know what you're playing for.
True, yesterday I had, like, that kind of moment where I played top side, got top crab, Fiddle had to go play bot crab, and I just typed it to my teammates. And then Prio, they walked in and killed him on crab. He got it, but he died. And it's just because I typed it, they just realized consciously we go in and we kill him.
Yeah, generally that's something you can do more. It doesn't even have to be typing, but just dropping pings on where Warwick is, pinging danger when needed,
A
giving
bit of
people a clear
downtime.
idea
Does it
of
make
what you're
sense to
playing
cover
for.
here? I feel like he's sticking out a bit. I
I
might
would go
for
for
him.
mid here. Caitlyn, Tama, your strong side, so you're gonna want them to be involved in every fight. And if you fight top now, they might not join in time.
Yeah, he just did. Okay. We have no damage. Caitlyn's the process. We can't execute this guy. Commit here. Okay, team's coming. Okay. Heal mode activated. Nice. Okay, beautiful.
Yeah, good stuff.
Close. Very close. I'm alive. Do you believe me? Yeah, I'm not alive.
I guess not.
Damn.
So the problem here was we didn't include our Caitlyn. So every play you have to go through Caitlyn. That means when we want to push and get towers, we walk through mid and not side lane. And then once Caitlyn can push, we either stay mid and play for the tower with her, or we bring her with us to the fight.
That's so smart, because I thought I skipped a step. I thought I was being smart by predicting that they're gonna gank top and I can counter, because I knew like what their intention was, but I didn't consider that they're just gonna overload the top lane. They have more players, and now we don't win the 2v3, and my Caitlyn's not there.
Yeah, and the thing is, even if they do that and you go for your own play and Yone dies, it doesn't matter, because you'll get more mid bot anyways. You'll always win out in the end.
Okay.
So now we just need to make sure that we get prior through Caitlyn, and that Caitlyn is in a good spot to fight for this Drake. And like you said earlier, if you get a Mountain Soul with Dr. Mundo, then chances are the game is gonna be won, so we better make it happen.
I gotta get this crab, just in case they wanna play Baron.
Yeah, might as well.
Atrix has TP, I imagine. Okay, playing through mid initiated. Shove mid.
Yes.
We go here. Go here.
There's still a wave, you need to protect her for that wave. Enemy might contest.
Yeah, they're going for Yone. Ah, that's TP behind him. He's dead. No flash, no TP, Warwick no ult. Should be fine.
Make sure Caitlyn gets out.
Yeah, I just have to peel her. I think we can win even with her, or without Yone.
I would probably just chill here. You could
Yeah, we just want to waste their time and pivot dragon, no?
Well, you can still play for Drake, and I don't think they're going to be able to get Baron, so you want to get red buff fast before the fight breaks
Yeah,
out,
that's what I'm
so
thinking.
everybody's as strong as possible.
Just kind of hold them here, waste their time, and then we're going to be much more prepared to pivot Drake.
Yep.
Their vision is pretty shit here.
Yep, so now we just walk onto the wave.
Oh, we can kill this guy, we can kill this guy. Kind of ulted for move speed here, just to make sure he dies.
He buys a Warwick.
Go peel. He has no ult. We're chill. Yeah, you shouldn't have ghosted.
Yeah, the goal now should be Drake and Baron.
Yeah, we can do both if we're
You
quick.
even saved smites for both. Perfect. So that fight was great, because this time your only focus was to keep Caitlyn alive, so she could just freely hit and carry.
One job, one job. I'm a
Exactly.
meatball and I just have to be in front.
And I believe Aatrox TP'd into the fight.
Yeah, he did like
they have nowhere
the
to
flank
contest
here
either.
somewhere. Okay, Stole feeling good now. Paired up with Spirit's Visage as well.
How would you like to use the Baron buff? How do you think you can end now?
Oh, we need an inhib somewhere.
How?
I think
How
I
do you
just
get it?
will peel Caitlyn somehow. And just put traps and bully them, I guess.
So in an
One
ideal
three
world,
one. I think 1-3-1 is like ideal here, no?
yeah, that's fine. It might be
Yeah, a little bit difficult now.
a 1-3. So in an ideal world, you already ping out the plan like 20 seconds ago, so your team knows what's going on and what you're playing.
Get her here, get her here. I gotta block Warwick. I didn't block him. Okay, nice. Get down, Mr. President. Okay, we should double inhib here. I don't want to waste this wave, so I'm just gonna insta pivot. They cannot defend this anymore. Double inhib is game over, so...
Yeah, it's gonna be hard enough.
Okay, I don't think we end here.
No, you should just recall, spend gold, then can go.
I kind of want to greed for Jaksho, especially until like minions are seeded in the lanes.
How much gold do you need?
500.
Yeah, that's too much base. You need to just base and go fuck with
Okay,
Caitlyn.
okay. Do I steal this though? So looks so
I mean,
good.
now you already hit it, so you might as well take it. But
Yeah, you're right.
by the time you have Yaksho, your Caitlyn is already.
She might be dead. Yeah, she might be dead somewhere. I'm assuming that they're gonna play safe until the super's kind of accrued over time, and we can hit bot together. But yeah, that's not a thing. They're just gonna go in, follow the
Assuming
flow.
your solo queue teammates are playing safe is very brave, I would argue. Especially based off of what you've seen from them already. I mean, enemy team literally has more kills. Well, partly due to Yone, but still.
I mean, he hit the spike though. All good.
That's true. He does have 10 left, so now he's smurfing.
Watch out. The blue buff. I'm paying for the sins of the blue buff. Okay.
Well, it doesn't even matter at this point.
Yeah. Okay, I don't think I take damage now.
Oh, video.
No, catch! Okay, thanks team for letting me play jungle.
It's true, actually.
That was great.
Yone may have struggled, but he did give us the jungle role.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome. Did you mark any like horribly stupid stuff that you want to go over? Or
Horribly stupid is a bit harsh, I would say, but you can queue up for next game and then we can circle you.
okay, makes sense. You want to see like a different champ or something? Something specific?
We could try a different champ. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything specific. If you think you're gonna have the highest chance of making it to master with Mundo and Jarvan, now we did a Mundo game, so we could go Jarvan in the next one.
Okay.
I think that would make sense. But so I think there's a few things. I think the main one that I noticed and that I think is a mistake a lot of junglers make is that you weren't taking charge. You made yourself carryable, but it felt like we were dominantly winning because Caitlyn ended up being strong, and not because you made decisions that led to Caitlyn being strong.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think ultimately that there's a few things we could go through, but I think the main things that I want to see from you in the next game is one, you need to plan ahead. Because when you are on an objective, or when you're hitting a camp, or when you're in base, I can visibly see just in the way you're moving your character that you don't really know what you actually want to do. And then you kind of go with the flow and you figure it out along the way. But if not before, the moment you walk out of base, if I ask you what your plan is, you need to be able to tell me in detail, I'm gonna do Crocs, Red, Raptors, then I'm gonna ward here, I'm gonna do Scuttle, or my end goal is Drake, and this is how I'm gonna get it. It needs to be more detailed. Or the same as if
makes
you're
sense.
like,
I feel like I'm kind of slowish.
To get Drake, but our goal is to get Drake. But the moment you said that you want to stack Drakes, there was 4 minutes till the next Drake spawns. So we need to think about what we're doing in that time frame as well. So it's like planning ahead and thinking what your next steps are, I think are really important. I think an example could also be that fight that you ended up taking top with Yone. If you had looked at the game state when walking out of base and realized how strong Caitlyn is, it would have been more natural to just go through Caitlyn and involve her, and you wouldn't have ended up in that random fight.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. I feel like I'm still new to this, and I'm not processing things too quickly with the whole jungle environment, because at first you kind of have to look at your feet and figure out what I want to do, and then like you kind of play around the macro goal. And
but I honestly, I don't think it's as different as a support as you make it out to be, because I know you played a lot of support, and as a support, like in my mind, the difference between a good and a bad support is knowing
the map.
When you can leave your AD carry and roam and impact the other side of the map, or like when you can strike and make a play. And jungle is a bit similar. Sure, like you have to do camps in between and all that, but I still think the idea behind it is kind of similar.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. And yeah, I feel like I because I'm also on the stream and I'm processing a lot of these things. I will say them, but I will not really specifically hard ping them or type them. So I do tend to be somewhat reactionary in the game, whereas I could have done a lot more by specifically pinging. Like for example, that play, the top fight mistake we did, I could have maybe spam pinged Yone that they're gonna go for him, because I knew that was gonna happen, but I didn't do that. I just pinged them coming, like I'm gonna counter. I could have spam pinged him back, and then we go through mid. That would have been like much better.
If you're a laner, then naturally, if you're better than your opponent, you could literally not ping the entire game. But if you're better than them, you will be stronger because you're winning your lane and you will have more impact. Whereas as a jungler, you have to put in that extra effort to be effective, and really take charge. So outside of planning ahead, I think it goes a little bit in line with that, or it would be the next step. But also plan ahead and then ping more. Tell your teammates what you would like to see from them. Make it clear what your plan is so they know what to play for. Because often, if there's a plan in place, it's like something about the human mind as well, that if they don't know what's going on and what we're working towards, they will just turn their brain off and do some random plays and die. But if they know, like, hey, my jungle just pinged Drake 3 times, and he's pathing towards it, then I'm just gonna wait and make that play with them.
Yeah, you're implanting ideas in them. Obviously, there's chance that they don't listen, but I mean, why? It's just better to ping than not to ping.
Exactly. See, in this game, you made the plan and they don't follow, it's on them.
Yeah,
but if you didn't make a plan to begin with, then you can't even blame them for dying.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
They had to make a plan of their own.
Here, I don't see any gankable lanes, and J4 kinda wants to gank. I want to pass top.
I think most often in solo queue, whether a lane is gankable or not really depends on how the lanes play out.
Yeah.
Because if it's competitive and high level play, you know in advance where you can gank and win. But here, like even if
maybe they just flip and play terribly, like one side.
Yeah, exactly. Like maybe Tam Kench just W's in level 2 and goes crazy. Like you never know. So, I think usually you just want to focus on your path and what you want to do from the beginning, and then you just keep an eye out for lanes. That's one thing you need to do really well too. Look at what your teammates are doing and how lanes are playing out. Because I saw last game there's moments where you keep track of it really well, and there's moments where somebody is low health or somebody from enemy team is overextended and you don't notice.
Yeah,
It
I
is
do have
difficult.
moments
Like
where I
you,
do
like you said,
tunnel.
there's a lot of information and
Yeah,
things to go through.
it's just that's why I think like people argue with me about this. I always maintain this even before playing jungle. I think jungle is the most difficult role in the game to be mastered.
I think so as well.
If you want to play a perfect
It's
game, I think jungle is the most difficult game. Play.
I would agree. Just because every game is so different and every little decision you make matters a lot. But yeah, again, 2 focus points. Plan ahead, and then share your plans with your teammates by pinging.
The problem is we gave our stream to the enemy now. That is a slight
fine.
issue.
We may have to work a little harder to win, but we'll make it count anyways.
Oh my god, I cancel like 15 auto attacks. So if he splits the map here and steals my top side, it's kind of bad for us, because I really wanted to path and punish that lack of flash.
It's not gonna be too bad, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It feels invading when a jungler is... Or it feels stressful when a jungler is invading you, but it actually often ends up being okay. The worst thing you can do is stress out and panic invade yourself. So just play your jungle the same way you would otherwise, and then we'll work it out.
Nice. I think we beat him here. So he's pathing.
So he's moving, be cautious, you can't follow. Just get your crump, that's still 30 on Scuttle.
That's pretty solid. He kind of knows this is happening.
Just do Scuttle first.
Maybe after Scuttle.
Yeah, so now while you're doing Scuttle, you can look top. I would say you just recall, because he's sitting far back and you don't know if he has a ult, so there's no point wasting time.
Gonna ping this, just so they know.
Yeah, I like it. Beautiful. When do you usually swap to Sweeper?
Maybe first or second recall. I feel like it's nothing is really gankable. I don't care for Sweeper that much. I just want to hover in case the invader move around. Like that's
that sounds good.
Good logic.
I would agree that as a rule of thumb you should just do it on your first or second base. And here against a strong invading jungle like Ringar, it does make sense to keep the ward a bit longer. And now, because you're tapping bot to top twice, if nothing ends up happening on the map, you can always play for the Void Grubs.
Mm-hmm. Not sure if we win those though.
But it mostly depends on how the lanes play out. It's mostly to have, you know, a plan that we're working towards, so we know what's going on. And then you could even consider to ask your support to move, but I don't think that's a requirement.
Ours is but to do and die.
Okay. So we can do Grump, and then after Grump there's a bit of downtime. Well, actually now we ended up doing Grump a bit later, the downtime is not too much, but let's see.
Okay,
Hopefully
support
we
is
can get the Void
passing.
Grubs. Yeah, your support is even moving on their own, that's great.
This guy's flash is back up. In case he tries to hard shove, I can interrupt him on this one. Or should I start?
You can look so quickly. Seems good.
He should die for this. And he's on Drake.
So, you made a pretty common Javan mistake there. Dropping your flag instantly. I mean, you knew he had no flash, but usually what you want to do is walk up to them. Oh, yeah, I'll say that.
Okay. Looking too good. I hit the flag at least. Got one grub. I didn't go but no, I
Usually
guess.
what you want to do is walk up to them in the melee range and then start autoing them. Because then if they dash or flash out, you can just EQ after them. Or at the very least walk up close and then close the distance, because then it's almost impossible for them to dodge your EQ.
Okay, Xante is playing well.
What is your goal now?
Clear. I don't think grubs matter that much now. We look to punish lack of flash somewhere, but everyone has flash apparently.
Why do you think grubs don't matter?
I mean, they're not as big of a deal because I already got one. It's fine because we're pathing for them, but
I mean,
not
I
like
don't
a
think you
must.
getting that one grub changes too much. I mean, I guess you can still get 4 if you get the next pack, but yeah, I would also say you can continue pathing towards them. And then here, if they don't drop right now, after... Yeah,
So if they die,
now.
do I invade bot here?
No, you just go topside again. Do you know when Victor's flash up?
No
It's up now.
So you still don't want to invade, because your Orianna is losing mid, and bot lane is contested, so if you invade in that jungle, you probably will get outnumbered.
All the blue.
Yeah, we see Zoe moving, so we need to be a bit careful.
Right guard here. Okay, that was a pretty long range follow-up. I guess my bad, shouldn't have pat here.
Oh, it worked out. Well, your ult was pretty nice. I think... I mean, it's hard to see those patterns, but... Zoe randomly left mid and started sprinting towards you, which was an indicator that Ringar was up to something, because why otherwise would she start hunting you down, right?
Yeah.
So instead of walking towards the river,
He's got a
I think
shield.
you should just have been doing grumps safely.
Damn. I don't think I can kill her here, no? I can cover mid.
Yeah, you can cover mid and then move towards your Crocs again. You could also base because you have Eclipse in base. That's a pretty big spike for you.
He's bot side, I don't think he's gonna invade. Yeah, they have a pretty nasty follow-up. You definitely thought ahead there and played a bit more safer, because there's nothing we can really find. It's gonna be good for us.
Yeah, I mean, the game generally is in a pretty decent spot now. The main thing we need to keep in mind is that Ringar still beats us in the 1v1, and then Zoe is really scary, and she is going to continue having mid prior.
Yeah, Zoe is the biggest problem here, I feel like.
The Alpha Phantom gifted a
It's
tier
also
1
pretty
sub to
likely
miss
that
the
because
ice
Zoe
ball.
is so strong, they won't make plays without her. So if we keep an eye on her, we should have a decent idea of what Ringar is up to as well.
Okay. Problem is, how do we contest, like, dragons, let's say, versus Zoe?
I don't think we can test dragons, because if we do, Zoe will just wipe us. Right now, with dragon spawning, you should just play for the other side. So get your wolves and then try to make a play top with Cassandra. Because of how fat he is and them having a mage top, you can just 100-0 Victor on the turret.
I don't remember seeing Victor flash in the last fight, but...
I believe he still has it, so you have to be a bit mindful of how you use your EQ.
We shall rest when we are dead.
Yeah, he probably knows.
Yeah, we keep an eye on Zoe. If Zoe doesn't move, it's still fine. You can still look for the top dive.
Think we can dive?
I think you 100-0 him if he can push in the wave.
He just incinerates the wave though.
Well, Void grow so soon. Your Grump is spawning.
Find me greater foes.
They're doing dragon right now. And Rengar will cross with ult for grubs.
Yep.
Top is just
You're top
super
right,
safe and
so you
Zoe
can
is
hit grubs
missing.
and pull them up towards Cassandra here. Seraphine is also moving early, so Tom doesn't follow immediately. You have numbers. I guess you get caught in rotation. Now we need to back off.
This is just looking not good.
For my father, the king.
Now I guess recall go bot.
Yep, back to both sides. It's just hard to play now when mid is losing this hard, so we need to be a bit more reactive and wait for them to make mistakes.
I mean, we're keeping up CS. We got one grub, so it's not horrible, but
Day is a
they're
good
really
day.
stacking the dragons. It did.
An ally has been slain.
But right now, one of your main goals should just be to do your camps as soon as you can and make sure enemy team doesn't take them.
Yeah, we're gonna start
Tough part
leaking.
of being yeah, the tough part of being jungler with losing lanes is them wanting to invade and steal your camps away. And if that happens, the game is hard.
That's the worst feeling when they just perma invade you. You're infested in the jungle and nothing can do.
Who dares defy my will?
Bot lane is pretty safe. Rengar is here. We just saw him. Not sure if he ulted. He was moving pretty fast.
Yeah. He went missing, so him either is gonna hit top or look for your blue wolf.
Might look to invade.
Look for a
Okay.
fight top with Cassandra. He's pretty strong, but seems like they're leaving.
Division. Close.
Protect the faithful.
Do we do Herald here?
I think
Probably
it's
did
risky.
crab,
You can
yeah.
check Scuttle and then the Grump. But the problem is Ringar's back soon and Zoe is still too strong in those river fights. If anything, we need to get a pick. Or like find a gank on someone before we can make a play. But if Ringar's always missing, it's too risky to gank. Because if he's there, then
Just a game
it's
of
time.
patience waiting for like a misstep now.
Yeah, exactly.
Brothers and sisters.
And if at any point we can burn someone's flash, it's also easier for you to do your thing.
Find me greater foes.
What's the...
Yeah, you could have waited in base a little bit for the longsword. Because you had to wait for your crocs anyways. I mean, I guess now Ford is fighting, so it worked out.
Double kill.
Okay, that is rough.
Yeah, now it's a tough field.
For my father, the king.
Fine, we'll find some mistakes.
Well, we have a good team comp at the very least.
Demacia. Now
Like, really game is a bit hard, but... the comp
If we
is
can
really
hit
good
2
speed and a
items,
strong
it
front
should
to
be
back.
fine. I'm worried about dragons because they start them really early. They're gonna stack 4 quickly. I'm here.
who dares defy my will?
Seraphine's coming. Maybe I can bait
Yeah,
this.
by time.
It's, oh! Close.
That works.
A little bit unfortunate, but yeah, can't save this.
That's good. You and Caitlyn get a shot out. Come back play.
Don't think we can play Dragon though.
Nope. Drake is still theirs. After base, you can see if it's possible to trade Drake for Herald, but it might be so difficult.
We shall rest when we are dead.
Yeah, they're definitely on Drake. I think we can gamble, but I don't know if we can do it. Because Rengar will have ult.
Right.
Is it winning?
Yeah, well, you can check if Scuttle is up to begin with.
Should be, I think.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I don't think we can do it. I'll raise bot actually. I think this will be the best force possible if we bait Rengar and maybe get a decent fight.
Yeah.
Is it worth peeling off in these cases? I feel like we never get it after.
No, I think we should just commit to it. If they want to make a play top, they can, but yeah, you won't get Herald if you don't finish it now.
See, that's very unfortunate.
Now we need some base in defense.
Consolidate the position.
Well, you're still keeping up with Rengar, which is pretty impressive considering the
Over
league is
gold.
struggling.
He did. That's their strongest player.
But nice. I can help Orianna push out and maybe even Herald bot to get a turret. Alternative is heralding mid.
Stand with me, brothers and sisters.
Yeah, the bot side is stolen. I think we can.
Aggressive mid here.
Drive it, I'm just waiting for the wave a little bit. Okay, nice. Fine.
Yeah, okay.
So he's not here. Go in. 2 objective bounties, nice. Can win. Okay, we really
Yeah,
need to
here's
play the
another
next.
spot
Really need to play the next one.
Yeah, next Drake we catch Herald. But even if they get it, it is Chemtech, so it's not the end of the world at least.
It's a good day to die.
Yeah.
I love a challenge.
Okay, we got the item. I think I go Sterax third. We want to get tankier here. There's a chance they might be rushing Baron.
Yeah, I don't think you can pace right now. If they're actually hitting it into your pace, it's gone.
They're not doing it. This is not terrible if they engage on Xante. Might be able to get a good fight off of it. Okay. Rengar's bot. You, I kinda wanna go in.
You can still look, 2 of them are missing.
Okay. No flash, nice. I'm dead, but it'd be worth it. Victor, Misfortune, 26. Okay, not worth it.
Oh, it was close. I think Gage had happened just a little bit sooner, but then...
Yeah, we needed it a bit earlier.
Misfortune lived with 5% health.
I also had a lot of money in the base, and I really couldn't do it due to tempo.
Yeah. That's always a bit frustrating being a jungler in those scenarios when you have a lot of gold, but you can't really base in case they go Baron. But now we just need to set up bot side and contest Drake.
I think they're doing Baron, so maybe. Maybe we can take position before them, get some vision.
Yeah, ideally we push out mid here and then we're
Oh, I'm going in, I'm going in.
in. Walking up.
Maybe the... No, actually scared her away. Alright, Zoe is gonna bully us here.
What's the matter, Targon?
Yeah, you may just need to look for steal.
Grip.
As a
You
hello.
can find a way to get into the pit.
Yeah, I'll go in. We got the bowl, I guess. Okay, it's a losing fight. I think I just leave.
Just need to cut your losses. Just get out.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's funny. Decent ults. Okay, Vincon's kind of depleted. We wait in base. Hope they fuck it up or extend.
Yeah, at this point you're so far behind that you just need to hope they mess it up. Just make sure when you engage Caitlyn is in a position to hit, because she's the main damage right now. But we might need to wait for her to have some armor reduction before we win fights.
Demacia. Now and forever.
Still have the good front to back team comp and the scaling, so if we can hold on and survive a bit longer, it's winnable.
What?
Today is a good day to die.
A little bit problematic. They could invade here, yeah.
There's no objective for a while, so we don't need to take any big risks. Just trying to get a camp or two safely is good.
Yeah, I'm trying to take him shallow and hoping that he oversteps and does something stupid. I was even holding my E just in case.
They'll naturally go top here because it's the last tier 2 left, so shortly after Raptors we have to move towards mid-top.
Get her. And she's not here. No. Let's hope for a big Orianna play. Oh, that was nice try. Orianna died. Never got the shockwave.
Find me greater foes.
Get it out. That's tough.
Okay.
Getting split so we can't use our front to back comp.
Yeah,
Your turret has been destroyed.
they're snowballing it kind of well. Try to get in range of shockwave. Yeah. We just don't have the damage to execute him, and the soul is not helping.
Yeah. They're a bit too strong.
Ooh, that can actually intro. Oh. I had no idea.
So, what do you think was the main issue in this game? Why was it so tricky?
Usually I want to say draft. It feels so horrible to play because there's nothing really we can gank, we can play for. I don't remember where the game go
Well,
awry. I mean, mid died
With
very
that point of
early
view,
on.
Shouldn't that be kind of similar for them though? I mean, they have some playmaking from Zoe, but outside of that, there's also a limit to
Yeah,
how
definitely,
fractured they can be
definitely.
with that draft. I think Zoe ended up snowballing out of control, and that obviously made the game kind of hard.
Yeah, we were leaking through mid a lot, and it's just my jungle got a little bit infested. I guess I played a little bit too aggressive. I did get invaded top, where I didn't really expect it that early.
Well, one thing that I feel like is missing from your playbook is, and this is kind of a byproduct of you not looking at lanes much or enough. Like I was watching the minimap early, and Zoe was playing incredibly aggressive. Bot lane as well. So I'm pretty sure often in your games there's going to be times where you can walk in and you can gank a lane, but because you're not watching the lane enough and you're not seeing the wave push towards you or see their health bars, you don't see the opportunities. And that's where you get caught in the cycle of focusing a little too much on the clear and the objectives just because you don't see the angles that are presented. So I think it might be a difficult habit to get into, but watching lanes more and keeping an eye on their waves, I think is going to help you a lot in the long run, because
Yeah,
I'm
I
sure
agree.
that with Jarvan into Zoe at some point in the first, 10, 15 minutes, we should have been able to kill her, because she was very aggressive, and there was also times where she had no flash, so in theory, the moment you hit level 6,
Yeah, post 6 was the
Zoe and
play, I
Victor
think.
should be pretty free. And then I think because Cassandra was the strong laner early on, we should have been more proactive and aggressive on the top side of the map. Try to gank Victor, dive Victor, do anything to make sure that Cassandra is in a good spot. Because if we end up in a situation where mid and bot can't be helped, which they couldn't at one point, then we need to turn Cassandra into a strong side. We just have to force around him.
Yeah, even if it's like
Otherwise,
30% chance, still better than bleeding out.
Well, let's say that the top dive specifically, why I said I think you should dive top. I'm pretty sure he would have died. It's not like 100% play. I would say like 80% chance of him dying, partly because Cassandra was so fit in that moment, but that was your big opportunity to make that play to shut down Victor, because if Victor dies, Cassandra can take top tower, and then he's really strong, right? And that's one of the tough parts of jungling, that in some games, like this one now, there wasn't a lot of opportunities, and if you miss them, it's really hard to play, and it feels bad when the game is over.
I guess we just have to recognize when it's gonna go bad, and you kind of have to pick a lesser evil and try to put all of our eggs in that particular basket to get Sante into like this monster that maybe can eventually 1v1, 1v2, and it will give us a little bit of breathing room.
I think usually if a lane reaches a certain point, like the point of no return, where the enemy laners are so strong that if you go there, you'll die. You just have to brute force the other side and try to have one strong side. Because if you don't have a single lane doing well, you cannot win. And I mean, Cassandra, he didn't do bad, he went even. But when the other two were losing hearts, him being even is not enough. We have to make sure he wins.
Yeah, I remember this happening to me.
Either. So if you make him strong, you and him might have a chance to dive in together and carry. But I think... Yeah, I think there's three main things you should focus on. One is looking at lanes, and then there's the stuff I said earlier with planning ahead and directing your teammates. I think those are the three main things, because I mean, you already got a lot of the basics covered. It's just about improving a bit in those aspects, being more of a leader in solo queue, seeing more opportunities, and then it's going to be a bit easier to set your teammates up for success.
Yeah, makes sense. These are good points because I legit remember this happening to me many times where I have bleeding lanes on all sides and it's 3 losing or 2 hard losing, and I'm trying to play like in a selfish way to get, okay, if they're gonna int, I'm gonna pull ahead. But the problem with jungle in that case is if my teammates are losing horribly, that enemy jungle is getting accelerated just by the virtue of my laners losing, because he can just show up and he gets infinitely more than I ever can.
Yeah, that's the
So
problem.
trying to farm up and just maintain my own CS is not really worth in a lot of cases. So you have to make a, you gotta go for a like crazy play. Try to make it or break it somewhere. It's better than bleeding
if
out.
every single lane is losing, then it's just a matter of time before the enemy takes all your camps and you can't be in your jungle anymore, and then it's over. So you gotta create a strong side one way or the other. If there's already a strong side, that's great. Like if Cassandre was at a point where he had gotten a solo kill, or he was super strong top lane, it would be easy for him to set up ganks and dives. But now that that wasn't the case, you just gotta you gotta be the one to make sure Victor can't play. You gotta channel your inner cyber bully and just camp Victor like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely.
But no, I mean, I think you're on the right path. That's just a couple of minor things, and then you'll get some master, I'm sure. Also, I think generally as a rule of thumb, when you learn jungle, you may want to figure out what style you prefer, and then stick to a small pool of champions within that style. Like for example,
definitely. I was doing a
Jarvan
lot of
and
random
Mundo
stuff.
are 2 very different champions. So I think you need to figure out if you want to go the more proactive gank-heavy routes in Jarvan and add the second jungler to that, or if you want something more farm-heavy, like the Mundo.
Yeah, I initially started with that, J4 and Elise, and Elise was really broken during that patch, so it was just kind of crazy. Perma-fighting, perma-invading, just forcing in your stronger, figure out the weak side, and just ruin them. But yeah, eventually I just wanted to play other things. I would take recommendations from chat, like people would subscribe, give me this champ, that champ. So I tried a bunch of stuff, just to kind of learn, just to experience more in the jungle, because I didn't want to pigeonhole myself. But now that the time's running out, I'll probably just spam like 2 or 3 champs and try to get master by the end of the season.
Sounds like a good plan. And I mean, ideally, if those champions are having a similar playstyle, then regardless of which one of them you play, you're still working on the same concepts and you play the game the same way. But I think that's really what it comes down to, like just figuring out your style within the role and then being able to stick to it every game.
Yeah, and like obviously like different personalities have different inclinations that they have like just perform better at certain type of play style. I've always played like controlled mage sort of style, like from Dota to Season 1 League.
Yeah, and I mean, I think for that, having something that is more stable and consistent, like Java and Mundo, does make sense, and it's not a bad idea. Whereas Elise can work great, but you definitely have to go really aggressive, because
yeah, she's more of a risk taker.
Minutes. But yeah, I mean, I hope this was helpful. Do you have any final questions or anything about jungle you've been wondering about?
Oh, this was wonderful. I think I mentioned a lot of things that popped in my head during this. This was super productive. I like it. It's very good because a lot of times I have like a lot of options in front of me and I can't know exactly which one is pulling me back, because I don't have like certain authority on jungle, and it's so much easier when you have somebody who's gonna cut through the bullshit and just say which of these things are like the biggest problems. Because now I like going empirically and just playing a bunch of games, I have to figure out which of the things that I'm doing are wrong, and I have to question like 100 different things instead of wasting time questioning every single one. It's just so much easier if somebody like this pops in and mentions like the 2-3 key ones, and it's such a big deal because now I can just, because from your experience perspective, it's like these are glaring things because you just take one look and it's like, oh, okay, that's the difference, It's just so easy for you to tell, and that's really going to help out moving forward.
I also want to, I'm glad to hear that, and I just want to point out that I think one of the best pieces of advice I ever got from a coach, pretty early in my career was that as a jungler, you just need to trust your instincts no matter what. Because in every game, your laners are going to be asking for you to do different things. They're going to be pinging for you to come, or they're going to be flaming you, or this or that. But you also have to be able to cut through all of that and just know what you think is right and stick to it. Because the major mistake a lot of junglers make, all the way from diamonds to iron to diamonds to even challenger, is people being unsure what play they're looking for and what they want to do, and then you just kind of run back and forth in one area and you waste a lot of time and you're really inefficient, instead of just figuring out what you think is the right play, trusting yourself and just going for it no matter what. Because most of the time, even if the play you've decided to go for is not the optimal one, if you go for it right away with no hesitation, it's still going to be the correct one.
Yeah, I agree. And it's also like a learning opportunity because you knew what you were going for, and it's easy to dissect why it didn't work out if it fails. If you just don't know what you're doing, then you have nothing to review, really. And you can't know if you made a good or bad play because you made no play.
So it's much better that you dive right in there like a maniac and go for a play and look like a fool, than you look at a replay and you were like running in a circle for 30 seconds not knowing what to do, because you can't learn much from that.
True.
But
yeah, this was super helpful.
Good luck with the rest.
Thank
of your
you.
games
Whenever
today.
you wanna try Vel'Koz jungle, hit me up. I'll do my best.
There's a very good chance I'll reach out to you soon to ask for some Vel'Koz jungle coaching. It sounds very tempting, I'm not gonna lie.
I'd be happy to, yeah.
But thanks for
Broxah. Appreciate it, much appreciated.
Good luck with your games.
Yeah, you too. Good luck. Enjoy.
D1 or Master today. Maybe Master today already.
I got it. I'll make you proud.
All right.
Thank you. Have a great stream.
See you around, man.
See you. Bye.